What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. Today on PTCGO, we're looking at a deck that combines Urshifu, the Wushu Pokemon, with Mewtwo Mew tag team to create Mewtwo. This deck was recently popularized by Simon and Koichi in a Chill TCG tournament on play.limitlesstcg.com, and today I'll be taking a look at Simon's list and then heading on to the Pokemon TCG Online ladder to play a few games with it. Before we hop into that, shout out to PotownStore.com, the best place to buy Pokemon TCG Online codes for the game, and be sure to use code CELIO for 5% off at checkout. Also consider subscribing to this channel for daily Pokemon TCG content if you enjoy the video. Now, I've taken it upon myself to call this deck Mewtwo because I think that's just a perfect name for it, but you can call it whatever you want. It's basically Psychic Mewtwo with a couple of Urshifus thrown in there and Rapid Strike energies for the Urshifu VMAX. So let's take a look at the list. You might be familiar with a lot of it if you're already familiar with Psychic Mewtwo. We have two of the Mewtwo Mew tag team with the Perfection ability, which allows it to use the attacks of any Pokemon GX on your bench or in your discard pile. So we do have a plethora of GX Pokemon to copy the attacks of, but not as many as you would see in a typical Psychic Mewtwo deck because the deck list has to make room for the Urshifu and the Rapid Strike energies for the Urshifu. So we'll look at the Pokemon we can copy with Mewtwo, starting with Gengar Mimikyu, which Simon included two copies of. The Horror House GX attack reads for 1 Psychic Energy. Your opponent can't play any cards from their hand next turn. And if you have 2 Psychic Energy attached, both players draw until they have 7 cards in their hand. So this pairs very nicely with Poltergeist because if your opponent draws up to 7 cards and then they can't play any cards, Poltergeist can do a ton of damage since your opponent reveals their hand, and this attack does 50 damage for each trainer card you find there. So this could be a good strategy against VMAX decks. If you go first and attach, they go second, they attach to their V, they pass, you attach, you Horror House, then they can't evolve their V to a VMAX, and then next turn you boss up their V and then Poltergeist it, hoping they have enough trainers in their hand to knock it out. Trevenant Dusknoir is a very annoying Pokemon because of the Night Watch attack. For 3 Psychic Energy, you do 150 damage, which is 2-shotting all tag teams and almost 2-shotting VMAX Pokemon. And then you choose 2 random cards from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals those cards and then you shuffle them into their deck. So this pairs well not only with a Horror House, but it also pairs well with Marnie and Reset Stamp to lower your opponent's hand size and then snatch 2 cards from it and then shuffle it into their deck. Giratina Garchomp tag team has 3 attacks. Linear attack does 40 damage to a Pokemon. Calamitous Slash does 160, and then if the defending Pokemon already has damage on it, it does 240 instead, which is a very nice chunk of damage. And GG End GX for Psychic Fighting discards one of your opponent's Pokemon and all cards attached to it from play. And if you have 3 extra fighting energy, which will not be happening, you would discard 2 of your opponent's Pokemon instead. But discarding a card from play or discarding a Pokemon and all of its energy and tools from play can be devastating in some scenarios. We also have Latios GX, which has the Tag Purge attack, which you will see featured in this video when we get to the gameplay. For Psychic Colorless does 120, and then during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from Tag Team Pokemon. So if you're playing against a deck which is mostly Tag Team Pokemon, or that is their primary attacker, Tag Purge can be very, very valuable. Clear Vision GX for 1 Psychic reads for the rest of the game your opponent can't use a GX attack. Now this is your GX attack as well, so you're using a fairly weak GX attack, but it also stops your opponent from using theirs. So something like ADP Zacian, which relies on Alter Creation to take extra prize cards, Clear Vision might come into play in that matchup. Lastly, for the GX Pokemon, we have Jirachi GX. Now, it has the ability Psychic Zone that says don't apply Psychic Weakness when Pokemon take damage. So that's really helpful for Mewtwo. But it's also here, and it has 2 copies in the list for Star Search, which reads search your deck for an energy card and attach it to one of your Psychic Pokemon. So you can search your deck for a Horror Energy or an Aurora Energy and attach it to one of your Pokemon. So on your first turn going second, you attach to Mewtwo, then you Star Search, and then next turn you attach and you can start using 3 energy attacks, just like that. I should also mention that Mewtwo Mew has its own GX attack, Miraculous Duo, which does 200, but if you have a 4th energy attached, you also heal all damage from all of your Pokemon. So if your opponent is not one-shotting your Pokemon, Miraculous Duo GX can be very, very valuable, very devastating. Now to get to the Rapid Strike Urshifu V and VMAX, Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX has 330 HP and it's a fighting type, which means you're hitting pikarom and you're hitting Eternatus VMAX for weakness. Eternatus VMAX can be a struggling matchup for Psychic Mewtwo, so Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX helps with that, but it's also just a very strong card. If you're struggling against energy removal, this is an attack that only costs 1 for Gale Thrust, so you can just attach to Rapid Strike Urshifu, switch, and start swinging for 150. It's also notable that Gale Thrust one-shots Crobats and Dedenes if it has come from the bench to the active spot to do the extra damage. Gmax Rapid Flow. For 3 energy, discard all energy from this Pokemon and you do 120 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So if while doing Night Watch and Tag Purge and Calamitous Slash, maybe even Poltergeist, you've left some Pokemon just about knocked out but they're still alive, out of nowhere you can attach a Karate Belt and a Rapid Strike energy to Urshifu VMAX and then clean them up with Rapid Strike, with Gmax Rapid Flow. This also has a small tag call package since Mewtwo is a tag team Pokemon and then you have a lot of tag team Pokemon you're copying from. It also includes Guzmahala and Malolana as some supporters you can use. So that's the quick overview of the deck. If you have any further questions, please ask in the comments down below. But other than that, enjoy the gameplay. I think we'll start Jirachi because that can be air ballooned while Tina Chomp cannot retreat with air balloon. And looks like green Zard. Yeah, I think this is green Zard. So green Zard we can probably do really well against with the the Horror House Night Watch strategy. Also pretty convenient that I chose to go second versus a green Zard, not knowing what I'm playing against, but they want to go second, so that's really nice. We have a lot to do with this hand. Cherish Ball for Mewtwo attached, discard the Tina Chomp. Probably won't be using Urshifu in this matchup. They could always hit us with Fan of Waves, though, and force us to want, a good 1 energy attack, so benching an Urshifu V wouldn't be the worst idea, because we could always evolve up into Urshifu VMAX, and then Gale Thrust for a single energy. So oh, Tag Purge is also really, really good. Alright, so we'll grab Mewtwo Mew. Now, Double Blaze can go through Tag Purge, so that's something to keep in mind. So if I Horror House, they definitely can't do anything and I get an extra turn. And then next turn, what do I do with 1 energy, with 2 energy? I guess I just Star Search and I get an extra turn on them. Or I attach and linear attack, and then Calamitous Slash if they don't attach Big Charm or heal or anything. That's a possibility. Would I rather have Horror Energy on? Yeah, I think I want Horror Energy, actually. And this hand might just be fine to dump. I'll Dedenne so I can still use a supporter for turn. Alright, nice. So we have the Gengar. That's good. We have Trevnor. That's also good. Like I said, having that 1 energy attack might be worth keeping around, so we'll get the Urshifu. No reason to have Stealthy Hood against this deck. And we'll just grab Research. And we cannot find a way to retreat. Oh, man. That stinks. Alright, just passed. So no switch, no balloon. And we drew a decent amount of cards. Top deck plus the Dene plus Research. So I drew 14 cards. Alright, make them waste a giant heart. That's nice. And they don't have anything. Just Outrage. Okay. Very good, very good. So we know they don't have greens, they don't have welder, they don't have Pokegear. Like, they would have played any of that stuff if they had it. We have switch off the top deck here. So I could Horror House and make them draw cards. And then they can just Outrage for 30. And then from there I can either tag Purge or Poltergeist or Night Watch. I could hit with linear attack, and if they hit me back, they'll go up to 60 because of Horror Energy. And then I hit them for 240, that's 300. They'd be knocked out if they don't do anything else. I also don't have a lot of options myself, though, so I think Horror House is best because we both draw up to 7. All they can do is 30 damage to me. They're also forced to draw 3 extra cards, then their top deck, so, you know, a number of those could be trainers, so they'll just Outrage 30 here. Now, they can't possibly Double Blaze for full effect next turn, so I am good to go on Tag Purge. We'll play another Chaotic Swell. And we have the Latios in the discard, so we'll do 120, prevent all damage done by tag teams. So they could damage us with Volcanion, but we don't really care. Now, this is a deck that's very hard to track back, like, misplays or decide which plays were optimal, especially in the moment. It's a little easier in hindsight to see, well, maybe if I did this, it could have worked out better, but there's a lot of lines of play because you can use an early game GX attack like Horror House, or you can use an end game GX attack, maybe like GG End or even Miraculous Duo GX. And you can go for the disruption of like Night Watch, or you can wall with Tag Purge, or you can do high damage with Calamitous Slash or Poltergeist potentially, maybe the high roll route with Poltergeist. So it's a complicated deck, but it's a lot of fun to play because of all the choices. And then you throw in the 2/2 Urshifu line with the Rapid Strike energy and the Karate Belt, and it gets even more exciting sometimes. So very fun deck to play. Okay, so they're just gonna flare starter. I have boss's orders. Could get some damage in. Do we have second to Denny in the deck? I don't think I did. No, I don't. That's unfortunate. So, what can we do here? Because we definitely risk getting weldered and then double blaze GX, which goes through tag purge. They have a 5-card hand and chaotic swells out as well. I think what I want to do actually is night watch them. I think I want to night watch 150. They can't knock me out with outrage. They can't knock me out with flare strike without a vitality band, of course. Calamitous slash would do 240 but not take a knockout. Or do I just tag purge and assume they don't have welder plus double fire in there? Because of the chaotic swell making it harder as well. Let's go with the tag purge. Let's take a chance here. So that forces them to attach 3 energy this turn and double blaze to knock out the Mewtwo Mew. Okay, there's another heat fire energy, so now they're at 210 HP. That means I have to do 170 to take the knockout here. Which is definitely easy enough to do with Tina Chomp. Okay, so they boss up the Urshifu and Flare Strike. That's really awesome because now my Mewtwo Mew is generally healthy and I'm taking a big knockout and they don't have a board established. Oh, that stinks though. Alright, so do I reset stamp them from 6 to 4? I know they didn't have welder in their original hand, so maybe I don't. Calamitous slash. Pretty much all I care about is welder and fire energy. And if they didn't have that in that hand, because if they had welder double fire, they would have went for the double blaze knockout. And even if they have that now, they won't knock out the Mewtwo Mew. So I think hold the stamp until I can stamp Night Watch is a lot better than just stamp from 6 to 4 without using Night Watch. Okay, so there's the welder. And Flare Starter. That's fine. So we boss stamp Night Watch. And that forces them to have welder energy again. And we'll go ahead and grab an Urshifu if it's in here, yeah. Because the Urshifu VMAX is no use without the Urshifu. And we'll give them a little Night Watch. Okay, we shuffle Tag Switch and Volcanion. Those cards were not helping them. Tag Call can get Malolana. Can't get Welder, though. That's what I care about. Also keep in mind that hitting into this Mewtwo, they do 40 damage to themselves, which is really nice. But they might Malolana then Flare Starter. They might Malolana an attack and leave themselves with a 0-card hand. Okay. Let's switch and I guess I want a Marnie so I can. No, I want a Tag Purge because they can't draw anything, so that switch was actually incorrect. I was thinking switch then Marnie, but to get an energy. But if I just Tag Purge here, they're locked in. Like, they can't double blaze next turn because they have a 0-card hand. So Tag Purge is 100% the move. I burnt a switch. That was a misplay. I was thinking switch then Marnie to give myself more options because the Mewtwo with Balloon would be active, but they can't do anything here because they're playing a green stack, so they don't have extra draw, and then Calamitous Slash just knocks them out. GG. Yeah, Tag Purge was just like a checkmate move there. Going second with honestly not the kind of hand I would like to see. I'll have to get rid of 2 Rapid Strike energies if we're gonna dedicate this hand away. Ooh, Pidgey. Control, perhaps? Yeah, this is control. Alright, that's fine. We don't need Urshifu. This, we can just try to Night Watch them into oblivion. So the move is the Dene here, and hope we can get a Mewtwo attach, use Star Search to attach an extra energy. Oh wait, it's not control, it's Snorlax VMAX. Okay, does that change my game plan? Yes. Now I want to save these Rapid Strike energies for Urshifu. Oh my god, another energy that I want to save. Oh, this is a disaster. What kind of start is this? I guess I'm getting rid of everything. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta do it. I need to save Pokecom or Cherish Ball to draw. Oh, no, I don't. I can Pokecom for Crobat. Okay, so Cherish Ball for Mewtwo. Bench, switch, and then Crobat. Very nice. We can continue the turn here. There's no way I'm getting rid of all those energies, so I'm gonna Marnie. Hey, we got the Jirachi. Better just get rid of it. I don't know if I needed the Dene next turn, but we'll grab this. Star Search. R. The Pidgeotos can help them get out of Night Watches pretty easily, so maybe Pidgeotto isn't the move. I meant Pidgeotto, maybe Night Watch is not the move. Oh, Urshifu's looking pretty great though. Gonna go into Snorlax, okay. This sets up a potential miraculous duo play. Oh wait, this is horrible. I'm just gonna Night Watch them. Why would they do that? Okay, they should have just left the doll out because I just Night Watched them. That's easy. Oh, those are very good cards to shuffle back in. I like that. I'm keeping that last bench spot open in case I need the Dede. That's why I haven't benched the Urshifu yet. Yeah, I think I would have rather seen them leave Doll active and just Snack Search. Or maybe not, because then my Night Watch hurts them just as much, maybe more. So maybe Snorlax sending up was fine. They get to fill their hand to 7 and only shuffle 2 in. Okay, they can get an attack off this turn. I'm looking to Miraculous Duo GX. That would be great. Because they max at 210. I believe they could have just free retreated there. I can't knock them out, right? They have 390 HP. Yeah, it's insane. So 330. And definitely not. Yeah, so we're gonna lose stuff here, but it's worth. Yeah, because I need to get the 4th energy on the Mewtwo. Okay, we can just use Goose Hollow then. And Miraculous Duo. I was looking in the list. I always do that for Miraculous Duo. I forget it's just on the card itself. 4 horror energies. Never seen anything like it. So they take 80 damage if they hit us. They'll be looking for Cheryl plus triple XL. Okay, there's Cheryl, so that's good for them. All right. So they're at 310 now. I can't knock that out. Marnie Night Watch. Let's see what we shuffle here. Hopefully we got some good stuff. Pidgeotto, Birdkeeper. Pidgeotto's great because they would have gotten a third Pidgeotto down. Birdkeeper, because they want to use Cheryl anyway. They're down 2 of their 4 of their triple though. I would love to have an Urshifu on the board right now. But I started Tina Chomp. I used Dead A Crobat turn 1. I put Trevnor down so I could Crobat for more cards. I needed to Dead A. Also, it's good that they take 8 damage for hitting into me. Oh, there's Cheryl. Do they have the triple? Oh, they don't have the triple. Let's go. Let's go. All right, that's great. I could bring up Pidgeotto and Night Watch. So I take out a draw support and Night Watch them. That sounds good. Got rid of Palpad buff padding. I got rid of 2 dead cards, basically. Palpad gets Cheryl back, so maybe it's not that bad. I'm down a lot of energy. Don't have Urshifu on the board. Okay, Syncate. I have Stamp to use if I need to. They just need triple though. That's all they need. Only got another Pidgeotto. Let's see if they get that triple. There's the triple. So Mewtwo is going down. I would have liked to see research a little earlier. I would be 10 short of knocking them out with Karate Belt Rapid Strike Urshifu. I think that's the move. As weak as this looks, I think that's the move. They're down 3 triples. I know they have Cheryl in their hand, so they could just Cheryl pass. That's a possibility. Oh, no, they don't have Cheryl in their hand. I stamped them. I stamped them. They could always get it back, though. We know they have Cheryl in the deck. Okay, there's the Cheryl. Oh, and there's the energy. Okay. I don't know if my final switch is in the deck. That's something I should have checked for. Because I could switch, hit them for 150 with Gale Thrust, even if I whiff the energy. And then next turn, clean it up with Rapid Flow. I think I put this up. Okay, well, I wouldn't have hit the switch. Now, let me see what's in the deck still. Okay. Let's take out those two. They're down all 4 triple. So they have to snack search triple back, but then we can just Marnie it to the bottom of their deck. Oh, they have Mew. Okay. Or they could do that. I don't know if I can deal with Mew. As funny as that is. They're down 2 Switch, 2 Bird Keeper. So gusting up Snorlax and just hitting it for 60 is probably a bad call. They brought it up. Wait, they brought Snorlax up for me? That's weird. They got heads on Snack Search. They definitely get back to triple energy. So that's the top of their deck now. I can't Marnie that off the top of their deck. There was a fault in my logic somewhere. But they also need boss to win. So the question is, do they have boss in their hand? That's the question. And if I Marnie them, I give them that triple plus 3 more cards. Or they have what's in their hand currently plus the triple. But there's really no way to know if they have. We'll just Gale Thrust for 60. I would need to do that twice and then Rapid Flow. No, I need to Gale Thrust twice. Ah, they have the boss. Okay, that's GG then. That was a really close game and a really good game. And there were so many times where I could have done different things, so I think it really shows off the versatility of the Urshifu Mewtwo and Mew deck. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the deck profile and of course the gameplay, and the deck list will be down in the description below if you want to import it into PTCGO. Of course, credits again to Simon for placing first in the Chill TCG tournament with this deck, and also the person who placed in second for popularizing this. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon TCG content, and leave a like and a comment if you so choose to help me get more views on the video and things like that. As always, shout out to PotownStore.com, the best place for you to get PTCGO codes, and use code Celio for 5% off. Have a great day, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network.